I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Got an exciting one today. Before we get into the video, I have a couple questions from the bus I'd like to answer. But you saw the thumbnail. Today we're going to eat the two hottest, actually be very careful, the two hottest peppers that I believe are publicly available today. These are all opinion, YouTube. You understand me? But let me answer some questions here. First question, don't slay the broski. Is just getting into peppers. Congratulations, I'm excited for you. And they asked, what pepper do I start with? A jalapeno, with a question mark, they asked. I would say, yeah, it's a good pepper to start with. Here's the thing, the thing that's nice about the jalapeno is it's readily available in just about every store. Don't think you need to eat the whole thing. Just you can cut a sliver of it off, just a slice of it. And that way you can get an idea of what the pepper is going to taste like. You get an idea of what the heat is without committing yourself to the entire pod. Because if you eat the entire pod, it's going to be a much different experience. So go slow. You can always add more. You can always eat a little bit more. What happens over time, you will find that you'll be getting used to that jalapeno. Then it won't be as hot anymore. So then you'll start looking for something hotter. It's a slippery slope. Be careful. The next question is from Charles, 5718. He goes, so wait, this one's hotter than the chocolate Primotalii? We're going to find out today because I do have one more Warthog. So then I have two more questions. Quentin, 687, asked a great question. Where is the chili community exactly? It's a wonderful question. It's something I've addressed kind of recently. I think I did it in a video. You know, we're necking in on 6,000 videos, which is coming up like just a few days away, probably this week. So I'll do something special for that. But anyway, where is the chili community, Quentin wants to know. And here it is. You are the chili community. Not just Quentin, whose question I'm answering, but Charles, 5718, you are the chili community. Don't slay the broski, you are the chili community. Here's my answer. You know, the chili community didn't just appear when the internet came out, you know? Long before the internet, there was a chili community. We just weren't in touch with each other. There were people in every country on the planet that liked spicy stuff. You think chilies just came around when the internet did? No. So the internet, the chili community has been around forever, and it's you, okay? Now, with the invention and popularity of the internet, what's sort of happened over time is when you say the word community, people think internet. They do, like the pepper community, the internet, the bacon community, the internet. No matter what community you pick, people tend to think internet, but I don't. Now you might be finding certain people on the internet. There are pepper groups on Facebook and Instagram and everything else, but you are the pepper community. So welcome. Recognize that. And the last question, it came from Adventure with Goat 719. 719. There's been an awful lot of comments lately. I don't know what the deal is, where people are asking about the Spice King and they're tagging him in the comments. And I just want to, listen, I'm not going to eat peppers with the Spice King. It's just not going to happen. He had his chance, actually. He had agreed. I was at an event in San Diego, some of you may remember, a year ago or so, a little over a year ago. He had agreed to come to the event. He actually, the morning of the event, within an hour before the event started, he still confirmed that he would be there. And he didn't show up. So you're not gonna see a video of me eating anything with the Spice King. Okay, and there's a few reasons for that. Number one, it's the last thing he would want. He had his chance. He wouldn't want it, and I don't blame him. Do you blame him? Seriously, do you blame him? Because he and I, I'm not picking on the kid, I'm not. But we do very, very different things, he and I, you know? His followers are kids who don't know the difference And I'm not picking on them. I'm just telling you how it is. The people that follow this channel are chili heads and people that are growing and becoming chili heads. He has a very different, he is viewed very differently from his audience to the chili community. How the chili community sees the Spice King is very, very different than how his followers do. So don't ask, you guys, don't ask anymore. I'm not going to ever do, I'll tell you the truth is, he desperately needs to do a video with me. He does, because he needs to establish some credibility with real chili heads. Because they kind of point at him and laugh, and he knows it. But that's kind of how it is. But don't expect a video of me and the Spice King. It's not going to happen. I have no interest in doing that. It wouldn't be a fair thing. It wouldn't be fun for him anyway. So that's not going to happen. Now we're going to get into the video. I have a pod. Now this is where, Papa Scoville said to my brother and I when we were young, all throughout our lives, he would say, words matter. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Words matter. Don't spend them carelessly. If you say something, stick to it. So in keeping with the fact that words matter, I'm going to be very, very careful, because YouTube, or I still have, if anyone's keeping track, one of them is still limited. I'm not going to ever make $1 on it. And the other video, where it's crazy, the other video where I review this, the title says opinion piece. In the title, throughout the video I said opinion, and it still was struck. Now it's not demonetized, it's called limited, and anybody who was a YouTuber knows that that's basically demonetized. You're not going to ever make a dime on it. So I got to be very, very careful. So let me word this. Up until a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, this, in my opinion, was the hottest available pepper to the community. Now, there's an Omega pod from Tom Broom. I think it's just as hot as this. And there is a Louisiana Creeper, that's a Troy Primo, both great friends of mine. And the Louisiana Creeper is also not available to the public. I've been very fortunate to eat both of those because they're friends of mine and they trust me. And they're both, I would say, equally as hot as this. But because they're not available to Joe P. public, up until about 2 weeks ago, this, in my opinion, was the hottest pepper known to man. Did you hear what I just said, though? Readily available to the community, YouTube. So chill, okay? So this, in my opinion, was the hottest. Then along came the Warthog, and this is the second phenotype. Now, there are two phenotypes. The larger one, and the smaller one. Matthew has told me, and I think I might agree with him, or, the smaller version may even be hotter. But it just has a stupid, ridiculous heat. It has a very unique burn. Every other pepper I think I've ever had, occasionally get one with a false peak. What that means is it peaks and it comes down and you're like, whew, and then it does this again. I've only had that experience with, I think, Reapers and 7-pod Primos. Dizzy Dragon can help me out. If there's a different pod that's done it to me. Oh, maybe it was the Omega. I've had several peppers, or maybe it was the Creeper. I've had several peppers that have done false peaks, but it's very, very rare, okay, in the grand scheme of things. This pepper, though, does this. It peaks and plateaus. It sort of hangs out there for a while, a lot longer than the average pepper. I'm rubbing my eye because it's bumming me out. And someone's going to say, don't put peppers in your eye. There's nothing hot on the outside of a pepper. Do you guys understand that? There's nothing hot on the outside of the pepper. It's just the inside. So when I rub my eyes, not because of the peppers. I woke up 2 hours ago. I'm still shaking off the sleep. So we're going to eat these two peppers. Here's the way I'm going to do it today. I'm going to eat the pepper that I think is the hotter one first. Here's why. If I eat this first, and I say, oh, it's a hot pepper, and then I eat this, and I say it's hotter, people are going to think it's because it's the effect of this and this that's going to make this feel hotter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat the one that I believe is the hottest one first. Okay? I'm going to report to you what it tastes like. I'll show you pictures of it. close-ups. I'll take pictures of it for the Instagram, and I'm going to give it a little bit of time. And I'll tell you how hot the pepper is. I'll tell you the quality of the burn. I'll tell you if it's consistent, if it's doing to me what all of the other warthogs have done to me. Okay. And then after a while, after it sort of peaks a little bit, I'm going to eat this one. And what should happen, if this is hotter, I should feel a big jump. And if it's not as hot, it's not going to increase my heat level. I know it's hard for people to understand because if I had 10 peppers and I eat them, I can tell you the order of which one's the hottest and where they fall. I'm telling you I can. I won't be able to tell you how much they are, like what the Scoville units are. You know, I'm not a Scoville rating system, but I can tell you, I'll be able to tell you which one's the hottest. And I'll certainly be able to tell you which is the mildest. So logically speaking, I think it makes more sense to eat the hotter one first and then the next one after. So that's what we're going to do. Clayton Hollingsworth has grown the chocolate Primotalii. He has grown some amazing pods. Thank you, Clayton, for all you do. Now, about the Warthog, Matthew Arthur. This is the coolest thing about Matthew Arthur. I love the guy. He's not motivated and driven by money. Good Lord. He's not motivated and driven by money. And as a result, these pods, these peppers, the Warthog, will be available to the public. And the best part about it is they're free. You are not. In fact, here's the funny part. You can't buy them from him. He won't take your money. And if you don't think I just absolutely love that about him, we've been out communicating a lot the last couple of weeks. We've got plans together. He's a good man and a good soul, and he hates the monetary system. Money's a drag. Money's the root of all evil. Have you heard that? It is the most misquoted verse in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that money's the root of all evil. Do you guys know that? It doesn't say that. What it says is that the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, but it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Matthew does not love money at all. So you can't buy these seeds from him. But you can get them for free. How spectacular is that? You got people that have hot peppers that want to put them in Fort Knox. Nobody can get them. And then you got Matthew Arthur who comes out with the hottest thing that I've ever eaten in my life. And you know what? He's going to give it away. And he's giving it to different countries. It's just an amazing thing. So let me quickly take these pictures and then I'm going to show you the interior. You aren't going to believe. The interior of both of these are spectacular. They're always pretty. They're always pretty to me, but boy, oh boy. This is one that you'll wish. Everybody's gonna look at this one and say, I want the seeds out of that Warthog. Wait till you see it. Okay, so. Now, the interesting thing about this particular chocolate Primotalii is that's about the oiliest I've seen. Now, let me show you the interior. Here's the Warthog. Now, the Warthog, for those keeping track, this pepper grown by Matthew Arthur is a cross between his own Wartrix, which is a beautifully, incredibly tasting, very hot pepper, with the most satisfying crunch of almost any pepper I've ever tasted, for real. Super hot anyway, for sure. There are like lower heat peppers. It has a similar crunch actually to a King Star Lemon Starburst, but it's just crazy hot. Anyway, he took a Wartrix that he created and he crossed that into a 7-pot Primo, and this was the result. This is the second phenotype. The people that, just to be clear, those that are gifted for free, I'm going to tell you how this week, how to do it, so you want to pay attention. It may be in this video. But I'm going to tell you where all you got to do is send a self-addressed stamp envelope to Matthew when you're going to get back seeds of the Wartrix. The seeds you're going to get are not the seeds to this pepper. This is the second phenotype. He'll give these away next year. This year, he's giving away the first phenotype. This one could be hotter, actually. But look at the inside of this. And tell me you wouldn't want this to be the one you get. Look at how many seeds are in the inside of that monster. Just loaded with seeds. Some people that don't really know are going to go, oh my gosh, it's going to be hotter because of the seeds. There's no heat in pepper seeds. There's oils that surround the pepper seeds, which will give you the opinion that they're hot. Sometimes you get a seed, if you're chewing a pepper up, you get a seed stuck between the side of your teeth, and it'll burn right there. It's not because the seed's hot. It's because there's capsaicin oils around the seed. And it does that so it can try to ensure propagation so that it can grow more. Anyway, so here's the Warthog. We'll do this one first. We'll see what happens, because since I've eaten it, it is the hottest thing I've ever eaten. We'll see. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It was fruity, bitter up front, and about halfway through as I was chewing it, floral popped in. All right, so it was bitter, fruity and bitter, and kind of went into a floral, which is just a beautiful combination. Super hot and climbing. Someone made a comment the other day that my eyes have stopped watering, and they sort of have, but they're starting right now from one pod. It's a wicked attack on your throat, and the sides of my mouth are burning. It's still climbing. It's got an interesting quality burn. It's an aggressive burn. Now, ghost peppers will get hot as can be. It's a very, very hot pepper. But a ghost pepper does not have an aggressive, violent burn. If you eat them, they take a little while. It slowly does this, and then it's like, oh wow, we got a hot pepper here, and it climbs, and that's how it comes down as well. It comes down like that. This is a much more aggressive, violent burn. The ascent is abrupt and climbs very quickly. It's still climbing. It parks itself in your throat, and it's like a little blowtorch on the back of your throat. It's just wicked hot. So I think it's peaked in here. It's hanging there. It's just a wicked pepper. My tolerance is high right now. It's not like I got a weak tolerance. My tolerance is high. It's just a different pepper. So it's staying there, the heat's staying there, and I'm getting the pulse now. This pepper has a pulse to it. You ever see cartoons where someone hits their thumb with a hammer, or you've done it yourself and you feel your thumb's got a heartbeat? It does that to your throat, kind of a pulsing burn. Or pulsating burn, I'm not sure. It's just such a hot pepper. This is a 9 or a 10 all day for a chili head. Here's the thing, every time I do a video, somebody's watching it for the first time, don't go out and, you can get these. You can get Warthogs. Don't think that you're gonna have the experience that I'm having. I'm moving in my seat a little bit. This is making me move around a little bit. This is a wicked hot pepper. And if you're not accustomed to heat, this will have you, you'll never eat a pepper again. Or you'll just get addicted to peppers and you'll be like, wow, I gotta do this. But one or the other, if you're not ready for this and you go out and you ate a pepper like this, you would never eat a pepper again, or you would get into peppers. But one of those two things would happen. It's one of those things where you breathe out, you can just feel the heat. When you breathe in, you can feel the heat. It's just a wicked burn. I would say that's maybe on its way down. One pepper, and I'm getting pepper burns. Now I'm burning, my tongue is burning. Now it's an interesting thing, because usually and I've talked about this before, sometimes if you burn, you eat something hot, the burn will start in your tongue and it'll work its way back because you're swallowing and the capsaicin oils you're swallowing back. And as you're swallowing, you're not swallowing it forward, you're swallowing it backwards, and it goes into your throat and goes down. So it starts to burn, and it'll feel like the burn is moving. When this burn started, it was in my throat, and now my tongue is burning. So this is just a unique pepper. It really is. There's no fluke to it. There's no fluke to it. This is just a very unique pepper. It's still peaking right now. That's what I mean about the plateau thing. Every other pepper would already be, because it peaked minutes ago. So every other pepper would be on its way down, and this pepper is just like a blowtorch. It's just staying there. Okay, it's coming down now. All right, I didn't time that, but it's on its way down now. Wicked hot pepper. Now I'm going to show you the Clayton Hollingsworth chocolate Primotalii. Look how oily the wall linings are in this one. How glistening they are. This is the chocolate Primotalii. And this pepper does have something in common with the Warthog, in that half of the Warthog is a 7-pot Primo. Half of this, one of the parents of this, is a 7-pot Primo. Which was crossed with the Fatali, yellow Fatali, which created the, Chris Saunders did that. In the UK, he created the Primotalii, and then a chocolate variant came out. I think the chocolate burns more than the red. So in the past, this has been the hottest pod, commercially available. All of this is opinion. You can't get, peppers that are locked up. So if stuff that's available, this has been, in my opinion, the hottest. The Primotalii, the Warthog is definitely on its way down now. But boy, oh boy, that's a hot pepper. I'm not kidding. Here we go. We'll see. Primotalii, the chocolate. Totally different tasting. This has smokiness right up front, and it's very earthy and not really fruity at all. That was a smoky one. I really like when chocolate pods are smoky. Sometimes they're not, but that's a really, really cool flavor profile, the smokiness. It doesn't happen all the time. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Here's the thing. I can just tell you right now, it did not advance the heat. Do you guys know what I mean by that? Here's what I mean. If you have a ghost pepper, all right, and you feel the burn from a ghost pepper, and you eat a second ghost pepper, and let's say just hypothetically the ghost pepper is 1,000,000, probably not, but let's say it is. You've eaten a pepper with 1,000,000 Scovilles. If you eat a second ghost pepper, you're not eating 2,000,000 Scoville heat units. You're just eating another pepper that's 1,000,000 Scoville. Now, even though the Scoville rating is the same, assuming it is for this example, it's going to feel hotter because you've eaten 2 of them. So I just ate a Warthog, and then I ate a chocolate Primotalii. Logically, you would think that my heat would advance because it's just like the example I gave you with the 2 ghost peppers. I'm telling you right now, the Warthog is a hotter pepper. At least from the one I just ate. The one I just ate compared to the chocolate Primotalii I just ate, the Warthog is a hotter pepper. My needle isn't really, sometimes if you have a really hot pepper and you eat a milder pepper, it almost has a cooling effect. I'm serious. I've done that in videos. This burn is different. The burn of this is more on my tongue and not on my throat, which is unusual because usually Primatalis attack your throat, but this is burning my tongue. But it is in no way hotter than the Warthog. Wow. Such a cool thing. It's an exciting thing. We have in my opinion, man, oh man, my opinion, we've got a hotter pepper. So excited. Matthew Arthur, you're amazing. You know you're a good soul for giving these things away. Isn't that exciting, you guys? All right, so there it is. The chocolate Primotalii is super hot pepper. If you're not accustomed to peppers, you got a problem if you're gonna eat one. But if you're a chili head, it's a 9 or a 10. And so is the Warthog. But the Warthog, to me, is hotter. And I've said this before, I can't be bought. You can't buy a review, you can't pay me to say something good about a product. It's just not gonna happen. It's not how I am. People have tried. Matthew's not that guy. He's just a wonderful human being. A good soul, you know, and he just wants to share his passion. In fact, here's the funniest thing. Usually, when somebody sends me a pepper and they know it's a monster, they'll say, you got a monster coming, Scoville. Try this one, it's really hot. He sent me these peppers. It didn't come with a warning. It was just like, holy mackerel. Instantly, I was like, I'll never forget it. It's the most exciting thing that's happened in the chili world to me since the Primotalii came around. When that came around, I was so excited about it. Because all of a sudden, like I'm into spice, all of a sudden there's something new that's different, like holy mackerel, that's a different pepper. That's what the Warthog is. And I can't wait for a chocolate Warthog. You know Matthew's gonna do stuff like that. Matthew's just great. What a great guy. Anyway, that was my video. In my opinion, the Warthog is the hottest thing that I have ever experienced. And it's super, super exciting. So there you have it. Now, you're gonna be able to get Warthog seeds for free. Stay tuned this week. I'm gonna give you the address. You'll hear it here. I'm gonna give you the address of where you need to send your self-addressed stamp envelope. You don't have to be just in the US. He messaged me yesterday. He's got people from Poland that are interested, Scotland, all over the world. And you know what he's doing? He wants to send these seeds all over the world. He wants everybody to have this. What a man, huh? So thank you, Carla, and thank you, Matthew Arthur. Thank you, Clayton Hollingsworth, for their chocolate Primotalii. Nothing to take. I'll never take anything away from the chocolate Primotalii because will always be one of my favorite peppers. But boy, there's a new pepper in town, and it's the Wartrix. It's the Warthog, which is a Wartrix crossed with a 7-pot. We're gonna wrap it up right now. What an exciting day. Stay tuned, because in one of these videos, I'm going to tell you where to send your self-addressed stamped envelope. What I would do if I were you, if you're serious about getting one, get your envelope now, write your address on it, and just get ready, because it only has so many seeds. Now, when you buy seeds from a vendor, you usually get 10 or 12 seeds in a seed pack from a seed seller. You're not going to get 12 seeds. You may just get a couple, I'm not sure. But make sure you get your envelope. If you're serious about it, get your envelope, get ready. Because in the next few days, I'm going to tell you the address where you can send it, all right? And you'll get the first phenotype, as I mentioned, not the second phenotype. Matthew Arthur in the description box, along with Clayton Hollingsworth. Right there, you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr., and the lifeboat. And up on top, Pepperology, which is geared towards brand new chili heads, which there are so many. Check it out. There are ways to build your tolerance, a lot of good information, and then all the challenges I've done since this journey began. Thank you for hanging out with me. What a fun time to be a chili head. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.